Hello, guys, and welcome to the Odd Ones podcast. I am your host, Reese.
And I'm Fraser. And finally, after sitting here hearing hello, 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 hello for about 25 minutes, we're recording another episode in our studio, which is the garage in middle of it's like winter, autumn. Either way, it's fucking cold. I'm wearing like 5 layers.
I'm chilling in 2 layers here.
I'm wearing a thermal t-shirt, jumper, and a skiing jacket. Just to get me through. And my tootsies are cold.
Uh,
Anyway, it's fucking Christmas coming up soon. What are your opinions on Christmas and the whole holiday and the build up and what's your opinion? When someone says Christmas, what do you think?
I'm not a bar humbug, but I'm not like one of those people that like rant and rave about Christmas.
Not bar humbug, but Christmas didn't exist with that. No, I'm not like that. No, I agree. I don't bang on about Christmas either. In fact, I think people bang on about Christmas way too early.
Yeah, I think, the 1st of December is where Christmas starts, not fucking 2 weeks.
Late in
No,
November.
yeah.
Yeah. Especially like with all the shit that's been going on down this year. Like I understand why people want to kind of force the Christmas spirit, but at the same time, like because of the shit that's happened this year, I couldn't feel like less Christmassy. You know, like it's cold and it's a bit sleety and it's getting there. But yeah, I'm also the kind of person that shies away from things when people like talk about it too much. You know me. Like if a popular TV show comes out and everyone talking about it, I most likely haven't watched it because people will put me off about it. So the fact that people talk about Christmas like late November, I'm just kind of like, oh god, do we have to this soon? You know?
Yeah, I do like the side of Christmas where like getting the families together,
Yeah.
Christmas meal. But leading up to Christmas, like the music and having to buy like presents when bloody
When you're broke.
everyone's looking for presents,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
knowing what to get people. You don't want to get people like something that they won't use. You want to spend your money on something that will just
Yeah,
they
it's
won't
kind of
use.
it's kind of what I've been hammering home this year since finding the whole minimalist thing, making sure that if people do buy me things, it's not just something that I'm going to end up selling, you know, and I am actually going to use it. But also about Christmas, personally, I believe, and this is controversial, right? Hold on to your hats. Christmas should like kind of start getting into it like during the 15th of December, right? I know that sounds really late, but I prefer a short build up and then the diffusion of it lasts longer. So it start on the 15th and end on the 1st of January. Because I feel like Christmas, for me anyway, doesn't end until the new year starts. I don't like the build up being like late November because then I feel like the build up's way too long. Feel like a short build up and then a slow come down. You know?
Yeah, but I do think the advent calendars. We should get advent calendars and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, like, start playing Christmas music. Start putting up Christmas decorations. We can obviously get in the Christmas spirit a little bit more before then, but not late November. I feel like everyone that I talk to agrees with me too. I feel like I don't know. Like most of the people I talk to prefer it later, but yet we see it a lot more earlier. And again, I think that might be a massive marketing thing, making people buy
yeah, of course
things.
it is
That's also why a thing about Christmas. It's like very consumerist.
corporate.
Yeah, it's not. It's less about the holiday and more about buying shit for people. You know,
Yeah.
getting the biggest decorations and the biggest tree, and it doesn't matter as long as you got your family around you. You know,
Yeah, I think the good part about Christmas is it's like get the family together, get them doing stuff, putting up the decorations. That's the bit I like about Christmas. But the whole presents thing and stuff. Yeah, cool. It's cool opening, get people getting you presents.
yeah,
But it's like to me, like that's not the main bit I'm excited about. You know, like putting the tree up and taking taking the piss out of other people's trees if they look shit.
yeah, and other people's Christmas decorations outside the house. Although we can't really say that because this year is the first year that we put most effort into. Well, this is the most effort we've put into decorating the outside of this house this year, don't you think? Normally, we literally just have this little mesh Santa that sits on two spikes outside the house and lights around the porch, and that's it. But now we've got lights around the porch. We put little lanterns that we have lights in outside. They're normally inside. Then we have a list like mini Christmas tree lights on. Sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Compared to everyone in our close, we're
Oh
like
yeah,
one of the
you can see our neighbours from space, can you?
yeah, pretty much. They've done a pretty good job at decorating outside their house.
But that also could be because they have young kids.
True, but then again, like when we were younger, I don't remember ever like, oh, why haven't we got like a million lights outside our house? I was perfectly fine with having that little mesh center and like just a couple lights outside the house, as long as the inside is Christmassy. 'Cause, you sit inside your
Yeah,
house, you
because you
spend
don't see
most time
outside.
inside anyway. The outside is just for other people to look at mainly.
Yeah, it's true. It's nice driving past and seeing people's,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, but because we live in a close, I guess it's not really not many people will see our house. So
No, no, exactly. It's very true. What have you asked for Christmas? What are you hoping for?
I don't know. I think it gets harder when you get older because you mainly try and think of things you need, but you don't want to buy yourself. You
Yeah,
know, probably like the little bit expensive things that you're like, oh, I could do that, or I would like that, but I don't have the money, or I wouldn't buy it myself.
yeah, yeah,
I think when obviously you're a kid, you're like, it's cool. You're flicking through the Argos catalog, which is that fucking thick as a Bible.
yeah. And you're circling all the ones that you want, but then
Have you seen the bloody Argos catalog now? It
is it
looks like
really
it's been on like a bloody
weight loss?
diet.
Weight
Yeah,
loss journey. Yeah. Well, I haven't. No, but it's surprising how it's got thinner over the years.
yeah. You would think it'd get bigger with all the new things coming out.
Yeah, but then again, people probably aren't taking home Argos catalogs as much as they used to.
No,
They're probably
it's true.
just going online and having a look at their website and see what they've got. Not, let's take this book home. But then again, I also remember those Argos catalogs that would circle round what we want. You'd only be like using 5 pages, really. There's only like 5 pages of kids' toys that you want, and then the rest of it is adult shit you didn't care about when you were 10.
Do you think Argos will last longer than it? Now Amazon's pretty much taken over.
If it goes online, yeah, I don't see why not, because it's basically Amazon, but not, you know?
Do you think in the future that all these shops will literally die out and it would just be Amazon?
No,
No.
no, because small businesses and shit, like, personally, I prefer to buy from a small business where it's been like, unless obviously small businesses can like start selling on Amazon, which I don't know. I
I think they can,
think they
but I think
can.
Amazon take a percentage of it.
Well, yeah, yeah, no, I don't think it will be like everything's obsolete and it's just uh fucking Amazon. Have you
Mhm.
seen the Amazon supermarkets? They got
Uh,
trolleys that scan your thing as you go along.
yeah, they have no checkouts. You just when
Yeah,
you walk out, it just scans it and bills you.
yeah, like it tallies it all up as you put it in the trolley. It's pretty sick. It's really futuristic looking. We are living in the future, aren't we?
Do we have one in the UK?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not too sure, to be honest. If we did have one, it would be in London, and we would probably hear about it by now.
Yes, I don't think so.
But yeah, no. But you haven't answered the question. What would you want for what Christmas? What would you ask for?
I've asked for a iPad because my one's dying,
Yeah,
and I use that as sort of like a laptop, but when I'm just taking notes for a podcast or watching something, I use my iPad quite a lot. My old one's pretty old, so yeah, I've asked for that. That's pretty much all I could think of. It took me ages to think of that. I was like, oh, what do I need? Don't need anything really. And I was like, what do I use the most that's dying? I was like that.
I'm banging on about a Kindle. Do you still want a Kindle? Is that are you just taking Lauren's one and keeping that one?
Um, I think I'm just gonna just stick it out with that one for a while because I thought I would like a new one with the battery lasting longer. But I was like, well, why don't I just wait until it's really dying? At the
Yeah.
moment, it's. What about you?
Um, Other than a few books that I have on my list, the only two things I can really think of is a drone because I want a drone.
Yeah.
I was doing my research into what drone. It's just a fucking ball ache. I hate doing research into which one's best. When it comes to that kind of purchase, it's best to do your research so you don't get something you regret. You get,
Oh, I love that. I love a bit of research.
yeah, but I just kind of want to get it, test it, try it, and see if it fucks up or not. But it's not that easy because then you're just wasting a load of money. I do like my research, but no, it's just because with YouTube, there's a lot of information out there, but it's so saturated. Sometimes, like, you go to watch a video, you never know if that person's been paid to advertise them. You know, if that drone that they got was a bit of a dud one. I do find that some people can get dodgy ones. Some people literally just talk about like the specs on paper and not like the reality of it. For example, it says that the Mavic Air 2 can fly for 34 minutes, but one man was saying it was 17 minutes. One guy was saying 24, and then others are like, oh yeah, 34, because that's what it says on paper. And you're like, well, what the fuck is it? 17 or 34? It's quite a big difference.
Yeah, because a lot of what they say, oh, it lasts this long. It's like, yeah, but is that if I just left it there and without charge, like not using it, or does it mean?
Oh no, it means flight time, so like flying in the air constantly.
Yeah, but then that also could be if it's high wind, it's got to work more. So
Yeah, yeah, there's obviously factors around it. Yeah, the one review I saw which was like pretty, yeah, nah, I don't like this, and then others like, yeah, it's fucking great, it's a really good one. And you're just like, oh no, what? Who do I trust? You know?
yeah, with some of them, you just gotta take the bits that are necessary to you, and then you just gotta try it yourself.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I don't really know what I want to use out of the drone. At the moment, in my mind, I kind of want to do it just for photography at the moment. But I know that I will also want to do video out of it because I kind of haven't made any videos for like myself in
Yeah.
the last time. But I have been taking a lot of photos for myself.
Or
Um,
even using a drone to take photos is cool. drone photos are really cool. I've seen some really cool ones.
Yeah, yeah. But obviously, some drones are like a little bit more tailored towards photography, and some are a little bit more tailored towards video. You know,
Yeah.
I think I'll probably go for more photography because they can still take video. It's still good. You know, I'm finding photography so my thing at the moment. And the other thing that I've asked for is a good knife. So two very different things:
Yeah, very.
a knife and a drone.
Mhm.
I promise it's not because I want to kill anyone. Just because knife is a very handy tool, especially if you like get stuck out in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah, like you're just gonna find yourself.
Yes, lost in the jungle. Well, the one that I found and I sent to you is handy because it's got a knife blade and halfway down it is a saw, and then it's a seatbelt cutter and a glass breaker. So it's like if you ever got in a car accident and you had that knife on you, you got a knife, you got a bit in the knife that's designed to cut in seatbelts, and one designed to smash car windows.
So
You
if
know,
my car window smashed in, I know who's done it.
and yeah, pretty much it's me with my knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so two very different subjects. A knife and a drone.
yeah, but then again, also like with knives too, because you can get knives for multiple different occasions. I didn't want to get a knife that just looked good, you know. Like I saw so many knives, like, oh, that looks fucking sick, but all it is just a blade, which
Yeah, yeah.
obviously, like, you can't knock a knife for just being a blade, but knives have way more use than just being a sharp knife, you
Yeah.
know? Like I said, saw, super wire, cutter, you know? I saw one that I liked, which was a knife, it was a saw, and also a skinning hook, which is quite handy. But I kind of thought a normal blade would be able to cut open an animal in like a survival situation, you know?
You see, you're already thinking that you're just gonna find yourself randomly stuck in a jungle, and you're gonna be like, "Whoa,
Well, if I am stuck in the jungle, at least I'm fucking prepared for it, and I'm not using my bare hands to crack open a turtle.
a turtle!"
Fuck knows, it's the
All
first
the
thing I
things that
thought
you
of.
could have chosen, you chose a turtle. Yeah,
Yeah, in the middle of the jungle.
yeah. Fair enough. Not a snake or
No,
a
no.
fish. No.
And it's also because like I've been using Dad's knife, and like although I do like Dad's knife, I think I may have lost it for one, and two, it's not my knife. You know.
Well, and you just admitted to losing
Yeah, to be
something that
fair
isn't
though, I
yours.
say may have lost it. You know me at finding things, I'm not very good.
Yeah,
I
I could hide
haven't.
something under your pillow and you wouldn't find it for like
Yeah,
a
pretty
week.
much. I haven't really looked for it properly, but I have looked in the places where I like it
It's
would
always in the
be.
places that you don't think it would be.
Yeah,
All
but
the places where you're like, it could be there, but it's too obvious.
yeah, but then again, like the last time I saw it or where I took it, I think was in Scotland. So it could be in the house,
Somewhere in Scotland.
or it could be somewhere in Scotland.
Well, let's hope it's somewhere in the house, otherwise Dad will kill you.
Yeah, if I lose Dad's knife, I'll just buy him a new one. It is a nice knife, to be fair.
No, I think that's got more meaning than just a knife. I think that one
Well, yeah, it was his scout one, but I'm still getting one.
does.
You know. But yeah, so two very different things for Christmas, and I want a load of books too. Although new shoes would be good. Although, but I did buy myself a new pair recently, and they're the only pair that I own that don't have holes in. I have five pairs of shoes, and only one pair don't have holes in. No, two. One
Yeah.
pair of running shoes that I never fucking wear. So that kind of
I
explains
have
why.
my shoes have to be like a Swiss Army knife. They need to be ready for any terrain, any activity I'm gonna randomly be finding myself in.
Yeah, same.
walking in the middle of nowhere, climbing up trees.
Mm. Yeah, the ones that I bought were kind of like their slogan was like uh, style meets adventure or something like that, or adventure meets style. So it's like they're made for you know,
Everything,
a bit
but
of
they're
everything, and
stylish.
they're stylish.
Yeah.
Well, when yeah, but I don't like new shoe looks. I think I've realised I don't like it when shoes look new. I
Really?
prefer it when you like walk them through mud and get them all weary and like a little bit like used. You know, just because like I don't know, I think it's because of my aesthetic where I like that kind of thing. You know, if it's too new, it's like well, you clearly haven't put them through their paces, have you? Have you seen those fucking pictures of people getting down on one knee to propose to people, but they take their shoes off just so they don't bend the end bit?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, mate, it's soul destroying to see. Because I'm personally not a guy of style, but if you're one for your shoes, then it makes perfect sense.
I
But to
take
me, it
it.
don't.
I think there's like a certain level, like that's where it's like you're a weirdo. If you're bending down to take off your shoes, just you're afraid of creasing them.
Yeah,
That's
but
where it's like,
the picture
okay,
I saw, he was proposing. So the guy took off his shoe, got down on his knee, then proposed. So you can kind of like see where his priorities are, you know? Like it's not, you know,
it's
like,
not about posing.
yeah, it's not
It's not
proposing,
even.
it's making sure your shoes don't get fucked. Like,
No, I think there's like, yeah, it's fair enough. They get muddy and you want to clean them, and you want to
yeah, I
keep them
get
new.
that.
But
Keeping
when you're
them.
kneeling down and
Yeah,
you're
you need
taking
to
them off
wear
so
them
you
in,
don't
don't
crease
you?
them, that's where you're like, okay,
Yeah, you need to
what the
wear them
fuck?
in. Otherwise, they're
Iron
like,
them. You want to get the creases out?
I'm sure there's such thing as a shoe iron.
Oh, of course there is probably. I'm just not really into the whole. Like, there's shoes out there like that you could buy a house probably.
Not quite.
Well, yeah, no, I bet you I could find a shoe that is the same amount as like a small house.
Yeah, yeah, probably. I mean, there are watches out there like that, so yeah.
Yeah, but watches, I guess it could be. It's technology, isn't it? But shoes, it's just.
You say that watches aren't just they're not necessary technology. It's just how it's made, like what how they're made and what materials they're made from and how long they can
Yeah, but
last without being
I could
worn and
see that why watches would be expensive, but like I couldn't see I would never pay a grand for a shoe, for a pair of shoe.
a pair of shoe.
Yeah, a pair of shoe, pair of shoes. I
Yeah,
mean,
pay a grand for a pair of shoe.
no, for a pair of shoes, I'd never pay. I never pay a grand for.
No, max I'd spend.
I mean, I brought a pair of shoes the other day for 60 quid, and it took me ages to try and convince myself to buy them. I was like, 60 quid for a pair of shoes? Do you really want to pay that much?
Yeah,
What could
yeah.
you buy for 60 quid? And I was like, but I do need a pair of shoes. And these are nice shoes. So I was like, might as well live a little bit. It's just money at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah.
But still, a grand.
You get what you pay for at the end of the day. That's why I don't mind when I do invest in things, especially when it comes to shoes that you're gonna wear all the time. And like you said, you're gonna put them through their paces. So if you buy
Shoe zone ones that
yeah, like
fucking break when you walk out the
I
store.
fucking brought these shoes that I'm wearing now.
It's a
They're
podcast phrase. They can't see your shoes.
yeah, that's why I was about to fucking describe them. They're Timberland like trainery shoes. I've had these for 2 years, 2, 3 years. and I've worn them for everything. I didn't look after them at all. Uh, and they've only just needed to like be getting thrown out. I spent 60 quid on them, and they've lasted me pretty well. I brought Primark shoes for 20 quid. They lasted a month,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that was it. They look nice, but yeah, 20 quid. That's 20 quid down the drain in a month. So
Yeah, I'm the sort of person that would prefer to invest in it for it to last longer
yeah,
than just buy a cheap version. Then it just have keep buying the cheap stuff because then it just gets more expensive than buying one expensive thing lasting longer.
yeah, and but what you got to be careful with is that sometimes just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's made properly. It could just be because of the brand that you're buying.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
could be
but
just paying for the brand and not the quality.
yeah, exactly like iPhones. You drop them on the floor, you're
Gone.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon I could destroy a pair of Nike shoes in like a couple months.
Now you
But then
say that, but
again,
I've had night shoes and they've lasted a. These are Adidas that I'm wearing at the moment, but I normally wear night shoes and they do last a very long time.
yeah, fair enough, fair enough. You don't exactly look after your shoes either, to be fair. So
No, except from these ones, I've decided that I will try. I'll actually try and keep these in nice condition. I have walked in mud on these and then I've cleaned them
yeah,
because I was like, I want to see if they do last longer if I look after them, which obviously they will,
yeah, they will. Yeah,
but I just want to sort of see if it's worth it.
no, fair enough. Personally, I never really got the whole cleaning shoes. Like, I get why people do it if you're into your fashion, your style, and But yeah, no. For me, it's like shoes are designed to not get my feet dirty, and that's it.
Yeah.
you know.
We just walk around barefoot at work.
I have walked around in socks before.
But at work.
Yeah, but like in summer when it's fucking hot and your feet are a bit sweaty. Not sweating stinky. I walk around with my fucking smelly feet. It's just like when your feet just get a little bit like too much in shoes, and you feel better just walking around, not bare feet in your socks. I've done that. I actually used to do it in my old job too. I wasn't the only one that did it. I wouldn't
Yeah,
start the
just you're
trend.
the only one
I
walking
wouldn't
around.
start the trend of walking around in socks in the office. I had like my boss. My boss took off his shoes first, and I was like, okay, so it's acceptable in the office to take our shoes off and walk around in
Yeah,
socks.
but do you have clients come in though?
Well, no, not in this job. Well, no.
No. So yeah,
Well,
I
obviously,
do. So I
like
can't walk around barefoot. That wouldn't look very good on me.
we didn't walk around barefoot, but obviously, if someone of importance was to come in, we'll know in advance to not do it.
To
You
come in
know?
flip flops or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. I mean, we don't have like a dress code either, so like when a client comes in, they come in and kind of see what we look like every day.
Yeah, good though.
But yeah,
They went right off the top of Christmas, didn't we?
yeah. Now you gotta fucking edit this podcast ready before Christmas because the
Yeah,
last
imagine
pod.
if it came out after
Yeah,
after
don't do
Christmas.
that. There you go. You got a deadline for yourself now. Because the last episode that we recorded about ghosts and dead shit, that wasn't even a Halloween thing.
They don't
But
at me like that. They don't
yes,
know
I
that.
am gonna act you like that, and you know it's true though.
It was just a
So now,
happy coincidence that
yeah, it was a good coincidence. To be fair, it did line up pretty well, but you gotta make sure this episode is out before
yeah,
Christmas, because otherwise, it's
we'll be
completely
talking about
irrelevant.
Christmas in January, but
Yeah, Christmas 2021.
we'll archive it till next year.
Yeah, yeah. With next year, for like the whole lockdown situation
I
and
think
things
everyone
going
though.
back to quote unquote normal.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
every year people do that. Everyone go, "Oh, this wasn't my
Yeah,
year.
but
Next
this
year was
year's
my year. Then
different. It's
next year will be
quite
shit."
not quite comparable, is it? This year's quite, we're going through a pandemic, you know. Do you think things would get better? I think they
But it's not
will.
exactly get worse, can it?
Well, people could start sneezing in each other's mouths on purpose,
Purposes.
purposes.
Why the fuck would anyone do that though?
Why would it fuck would people do a lot of things that people do,
Well, yeah, but I couldn't see a large majority of us just suddenly start fucking sneezing in other people's mouths.
My point is that I think that some people might be like, oh yeah, 2021, things get back to normal,
I think
That's
it's good to have a little bit of hope though.
yeah, and I
Sitting
do
around walking
have,
around going, "Oh, 2020 is gonna be shit, innit?
yeah,
Let's just fucking give
no,
up
I
now."
agree, but I also believe in people getting their hopes up too high and then their
Yeah, there's a level.
expectations not being met, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be like, I reckon 2021, my predictions for the year is it's going to be pretty rough to start off with because it'll still be winter. We'll have to basically get through winter because, diseases spread easier, which is why we've gone through another lockdown. And as winter comes out, things will start looking more normal and yeah, and it will get better. And by the end of 2021, obviously coronavirus I don't think will ever go away, but I feel like we would kind of like recover from it, because we've got like a vaccine coming out, and if it works, by the end of next year, we could be like all suited and booted for fucking Corona.
Corona.
Yeah, good old Corona.
And then until something else hits us.
Yeah, another like few years,
That will though.
the next generation can deal with it. We'll be long gone, 6 foot under. But yeah, yeah. No, I'm excited for Christmas, and I'm looking forward to the New Year's too.
You got
To
any
be
plans for
fair,
New Year's?
what I'm gonna do for like the transition?
Yeah.
Um, as
That is if we're not in lockdown.
yeah, I haven't really got any plans to be fair.
No.
Like, yeah, just probably drink a bit too much.
Standard.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Like, regardless of what the lockdown situation is, drink our way through to the new year. Fuck it. Have a little party at home if I need to.
Just get
Yeah,
drunk at home.
yep. I'll play the music set.
And get do the phrase of the DJ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I reckon people will be having a lot of like virtual parties and shit. And, there'll be a lot of illegal parties going on too. I reckon. Like, let's be real. People are gonna meet up, have parties.
Yeah, of course they are.
You know?
They can't stop that.
No, no. People want to party, man. Just let us party. Ah,
You more of a winter person or a summer person? Thinking of going all the way back to the start when you were freezing your tits off.
um, I don't know. I'm a bit of both. I like wrapping up. This is really weird, but I find that my style is better in winter because I like the combination of like a t-shirt and coat. But you can't really wear coats when it's scorching hot, and it's really weird.
Nah, that
Really
makes
weird
sense.
example. But then again, like with summer, obviously it gets really hot, and I prefer to sleep in colder weather. And when it's colder, you have more control over temperature. You know,
Well, yeah, I would.
you can put
If I
so
had to
many
choose,
clothes
I'd
on.
rather be really cold than really hot. Because if you're really cold, there's ways to warm yourself up. But if you're really hot, there's less
There's
ways
only
to
so
cool
much you
yourself.
can
Yeah,
do.
there's only so
Yeah,
much you can do.
before it becomes illegal where you're walking around the street naked just to try and
Yeah.
cool down.
Have you found as like it, the years go on, the summers are getting hotter and the winters are getting colder?
Yeah, it's called fucking climate change, mate. Yeah, it's not global warming, it's climate change. Where just like weather's getting more extreme. So yeah, it's getting hotter and things are getting colder. Though I think we haven't hit our peak on the winter weather yet. We're getting there. It's warming up. Not warming up literally, like we're getting ready for like the peak minus
Oh yeah, it's
degrees.
definitely getting colder. I'm recording this in the garage. I can fucking see my breath.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just gonna be us just breathing into the mic. Is Chris? Would you say Christmas is your favorite season?
What holidays you mean?
Yeah, holiday season.
No.
What is yours then? Halloween, probably.
I wouldn't even say that.
Easter?
No, fuck Easter. We never celebrated
No.
Easter. Even when we were children, we never really got the whole
But that's
like
all you got then. What other seasons are there?
in holidays. So you're talking about Easter, Halloween, or Christmas?
Yeah,
Pretty much.
yeah, pretty much. They are the holiday seasons.
Well, I like autumn. Autumn is like my favorite time of year, which is around
It's not
Halloween.
the
It's
fucking
around
question I
it's around
asked.
Halloween time, isn't it? It's closer to Halloween than it is Christmas, so right? I think.
Right, so Halloween then.
I also think Halloween has a better backstory as to why it's celebrated. You
Yeah.
know, like Christmas. Like, I'm not gonna knock on Christianity. I'm not Christian,
Well, it's you
and so
personally, what you believe in, isn't it?
yeah, true. And I also believe that regardless of the religious implications, it's now way more commercial. I feel like any holiday is way more commercial that I don't really have an opinion on any. But if I had to pick Halloween, because Halloween's cooler, because people used to dress up and walk around to scare away spirits. You know, we used to genuinely believe that like one night a year we would all dress really scary to scare away demons and spirits. And now we just walk around like slutty nurses, doctors, and like really shit like Bob the Builder and SpongeBob outfits. You know, the spirits are clearly it's working because we ain't seen many.
No.
Yeah, I feel like that's more. I think that backstory behind that holiday is more interesting. What about you?
Yeah, it's also it depends where you are because in America, Halloween's much bigger. They have Halloween cards. It's like more here. It's like just hand out sweets and
It's
you
just
have
an
Halloween
excuse to
parties.
get candy, isn't it? Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
pretty much free can everything that you our parents taught you. Don't take sweets from strangers. It all goes
Yeah, and then
around.
you go around one night a year taking sweets and strangers. You know.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Well,
pretty
you got to be
much.
careful. You just got to pick which house you go to and check the sweets like before you eat them.
I always remembered the best ones. I was like, let's go here because I know you'll get a good old sweet from there.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember there was a house around the corner that would give me a pound every year,
Oh, right.
and
I
obviously as
remember.
a kid that would go far. Now it'd be like a pound. Fucking hell! Give me a fiver.
I remember when we used to trick or treat. We used to go after dinner. It would be quite late when people ran out of sweets. And one house we went to, they were like, "Oh fuck, we don't have any sweets. One sec." And they're like, ran around their kitchen and gave us biscuits.
I remember one time, one house uh, ran out of sweets and gave me an orange. As a
Nice.
fat kid, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Orange.
Yeah,
fruit.
you can have it back, mate. I'll just go to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. Let's bring it back to Christmas Day because it's fucking not Halloween
Oh yeah.
anymore. um, with Christmas, what I do like about Christmas is especially like actually around Christmas, like just when December 20th, 25th. Like people are like, oh, Merry Christmas, oh, Merry Christmas. You know, you go out a few little Christmas walks with the family, and people are like saying hi to strangers. I think that's really nice.
Yeah. I
But I feel
also
like,
like wearing Christmas jumpers,
yeah, yeah, and kind of like
and then you
Christmas
walk
hats.
around, you can see people wearing like the wackiest Christmas
Yeah,
jumpers, and Dad has a Christmas suit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I feel like people are a lot nicer over Christmas when it comes to like interacting with strangers. And I think it's kind of sad because we should be like that all the time. Like, personally, we should be nice to each other.
Yeah,
Say
we
hi,
shouldn't just
smile, good evening,
wait till Christmas
wait
and
until
do it
Christmas.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. One tiny, one holiday a year where we're nice to each other. Halloween, we don't exactly like, actually, yeah, we do say happy Halloween to everyone. But yeah,
The question, the big old question though, big spoiler for anyone under 9, but I don't know why the fuck they'd be listening to this podcast. When did you find out the fat jolly man wasn't real? Good old Saint Nicholas.
um, I can't remember when or how old I was exactly, but I do kind of remember how I knew. It was really just a build up of like things that I saw, and the big giveaway was like, how it's like Santa's sack of toys. I
Yeah, I thought you were
found
just gonna leave it at that
Santa's sack,
then.
Santa's big sack full of
You
gifts.
saw Santa's sack.
I saw his sack in our garage, and I was like, Santa, what the fuck you doing
Put your
now?
sack away, Santa.
Yeah. Fuck, I'm underage, Santa. Come
Yeah.
back in 10 years. No, I saw like,
You asked Santa to get his sack out.
yeah,
Come back in 10 years and get your sack out.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You're gonna see me waiting under the fire, waiting for Santa so he can bring out his
you, I've waited 10
wrinkly
years for
sack
this.
full of gifts. And no, but I saw the sack that mom and dad used for the the quote unquote Santa gifts
Yeah.
in our house, and I was like, well, clearly it's not. And I got to the age where I was like, well, it kind of seems like bullshit. One man, the whole of the world in one night. Come on now, come
I
on.
always wonder how, like, but I guess I never really looked into it because I was just like, as a kid, you do think, oh, it's the shit that you believe when you're a kid,
Yeah,
like a tooth fairy. And
yeah,
I
I never
remember
really believed
I
in the
was
tooth
walking with
fairy either,
mum
though.
and my tooth fell out. I was like, oh, I'll leave this under the pillow and I fairy can take it. And she was like, oh yeah, it's not real, by the way. Can't be asked to give you 2 quid. I was like, and she was like, oh yeah, and Santa's not real. And that's how I found out.
See, I remember that you were had to be told, and then we were on our way to Morrison's,
Yeah.
and they were kind of like, "Oh, should we break it to Fraser?" And then you kind of told me, and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm not stupid." At this point, like, I'm well aware that he's not real, and you're kind of like, "Oh, like, yeah, I know."
It sort of came a tradition. I'll leave the cookies, write a little note for Santa.
Yeah, yeah,
I guess if I like really looked into it, I guess I could just find out. But it was just sort of the part of Christmas that you sort of looked forward to. And
well, yeah. As a kid,
oh, where's like that Google thing where it tell you where Santa was?
yeah, that was exciting. Like, oh, get to bed. He's about like it's 10 hours
Yeah.
away.
I got to go to bed early, so Santa won't come if I don't sleep.
yeah, exactly. Like it was fun, and as a child, it's a good story to tell your kids, isn't it? Like, yeah, it's just like an exciting time, leaving out like Coke and
Sort of like
carrot,
lines.
leaving out a line for
Lines
Santa to
and
keep him up.
cat for the reindeers.
Keep Santa going through the night. That's how he
Yeah.
does it. Everyone's just leaving out a line for Santa.
Yeah. Edible bloody
Fucking
cookies
brownies,
and
yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. It's so yeah. So it's always good fun. That's a good story. You know, teaching kids to be lied to early on. Parents lie to their kids. But we never really got the whole Easter bunny treatment. I remember it was just kind of like,
yeah, I never understood the Easter Bunny one. Basically, it's the same as Santa. They just come drop an Easter Bunny comes and drops
well,
eggs.
the game would be like, oh, there's eggs around. The bunny left them. Find them. But like we knew the parents did it because we were like, okay, well, let's all hide eggs and find. Like we actually made a game out of it. It wasn't like, oh, the Easter bunny came and shat out chocolate eggs for you. You
Well, I don't
know.
think that's the story that happened. Oh yeah, the Easter Bunny comes around and shits in your garden. You gotta go eat him.
Well, you know, where the fuck else did he get them from?
Make him.
Could out of his arsehole.
He ordered them off Amazon.
Yeah, could do. Yeah, no, we never really got that. We didn't really get chocolate eggs really either, did we?
Well, yeah, we got like one.
Well, we never really like, I really want loads of chocolate
Yeah,
eggs
yeah,
for
yeah.
Easter this
I
year. It's
didn't
just kind
really
of like,
need them as a kid.
well, you're fat
I
shit,
probably had
weren't
enough. Yeah.
you? You don't need a holiday to eat chocolate. You ate
Yeah.
chocolate anyway.
If it was an Olympic sport, I'd definitely get a gold medal on it.
Would have.
It would have.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think I kind of knew anyway. I think the story of Tooth Fairy,
Where's that originate?
I don't know. I know that the story that we got told was that the Tooth Fairy was collecting teeth to build a castle, and that was pretty cool. And then the
I didn't hear that.
yeah, and then the parents would be like, okay, well, they're done building their castle now. They don't need any more teeth, but they'll give you money. And that was like, that's how they made the excuse that we don't want your fucking teeth anymore. You know, throw them away.
No, I never knew about the whole castle thing. But to be fair, I probably just forgot it.
Yeah, yeah,
No, I definitely think I would have remembered that.
yeah. And it was also like, if you think about it, as a kid, you know, why is Mr. Jolly Old Nick sponsoring Coca Cola? The fuck is
Well,
up with that?
isn't he what? Wouldn't he be sponsored by Coke?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
No, I have no idea.
Because, like, I think even that, well, not at the time, but now looking back at it, it's kind of like, it's clearly all just a big, massive marketing ploy, you know, to buy Coke.
Well, yeah, of course it is, and it's a good one. If people are gonna,
Yeah, it is a good one and it works. But at the same time, it
well, I
kind
mean, I
of
don't think,
ruins the magic of it, right? It's one magical man
I don't think
once a
he's
year.
sponsored by Coke. I just think they,
Well, they definitely use him a lot
well, yeah, loads,
during
bloody
Christmas.
loads of them do. Loads of companies are not, but Coca Cola is there is something about,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I think it's because of the red color.
could be. I don't know. We
Yeah.
don't. I don't care enough to look into it. If I'm being
Did you
honest.
know that that specific red color is copyrighted by Coca Cola?
No, I didn't.
Eh?
Do now.
Oh, now you know. You can fact check that if you want, listeners. And let me know if I'm right or not.
Yeah.
But that's what I heard last time.
You also another thing, if you think about it, is like, why would you let one man just break into your house?
Because he's a magical man with reindeer and elves. He's got a slave operation in North Pole. Why isn't he trustworthy? You know, he breaks into your house, has a load of slaves. uses animals to get around. You know, he's clearly a trustworthy guy.
I wonder what they do with all the letters when people send it to.
Have a nice toasty fire.
Yeah, just
I
fucking throw them.
don't know. I reckon. Fuck knows. Yeah, what happens when kids post letters to Santa? Do you think the post office, like, do you think that's like a genuine thing? Of course, they had to deal with it, but I wonder if it's like a problem in the post office industry.
Oh
You
no,
know,
fucking.
Christmas is coming. Santa's gonna get more letters than I do. You're not even fucking real.
So we have a good friend at work who works in DPD,
Mm.
and he said the busiest time is Black Friday.
Oh yeah, I could imagine though.
He said he's flat out Friday. He doesn't. They DPD don't normally do Saturday, but they had to. Oh wait, no, it was Sunday. They don't normally do Sunday, but they literally have to work. They're flat out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Black Friday.
Shit. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest, to be honest.
No,
And it's kind of like how,
Black Friday wasn't that big though this year. Normally it's massive, gets blown up. But I guess it's a fucking pandemic. Not many people can. But normally it's sort of like everywhere.
but yeah, no, it's good to see that. Like, obviously, some industries have unfortunately suffered, but others have thrived through it. So it's good to see.
Yeah, it's just sort of shows that if your business isn't on, hasn't got like a social media or is online, it will take a massive hit.
Yeah, well, I think that's like the fucking that's the new normal now. Like, if you're not online now, then you're gonna slack. You're gonna fall behind. You know, if businesses aren't online, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
Because yeah, I mean, I feel like people should have known that way before the pandemic, but during the pandemic, it's just like accelerated that and like driven that point home more now. But yeah, I think we should wrap it up here, to be honest, because it's getting pretty cold in here. I don't think I can feel the end of my toes. Not even
yeah,
kidding.
it might have fallen off.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Just can't feel them.
No.
But yeah, it's been a good episode. Thank you once again for joining us. We hope you have a very Merry Christmas.
And a
Uh,
very happy New Year,
yeah. Not only a happy Christmas, whatever you're celebrating, whatever religious
Hanukkah.
holiday. Yeah, not too. I'm not too sure on like the other religious holidays, but whatever you're celebrating, I hope you have a good one, and it all goes well and smoothly.
You with your family.
Yeah, yeah. Whoever you consider your family,
Yeah,
you know,
you're with, or
good
you just
people.
yourself if you
Yeah, hope you're
enjoy being with
surrounded by
yourself.
good people. Yeah. Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you at the next episode, which fuck knows when that'll be. Might be next year.
I think next year we'll try it. We'll get more of a schedule. We need to sort one out. We
Yeah, I
have been a
think
bit flaky.
next year we're
We'll sort our shit out next year.
well, we're already sorting out like an actual studio for ourselves. So next year bigger things will be coming for the podcast as yeah, yes.
On Spotify or YouTube or whatever, iTunes, whatever you listen to, make sure you follow us,
Give us a rating,
review us,
uh
follow us on social media,
at the Old Ones Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at Nomadic Era.
and me RWV_photography.
And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.